Hello once again, lovely people of the Ultimate Contest. Another match for you today, commentated by yours truly, Sallyboy22. We have Harley Quinn from rank 19 challenging Rajaa from rank 17. First system is serious, and this is a revenge match, as we have already had this match the previous round. Rajaa won it, as I recall. I would verify that, but there are some technical reasons why I shouldn't be looking at the ranking at the moment. So for now, I'll just say this is a revenge match, whichever way it is. One way it's a revenge match, and yeah. So Harley Quinn from 19 challenging Rajaa at 17. First system serious, and we have an Emperor by Rajaa with the tech that one would expect of an Emperor. And where is Harley? Harley is in a Parsec, a Hunter Parsec. So, pretty interesting match. I consider this to be Hunter favored, but you know, it can go either way. Depends a bit on the play. We'll have to see how it goes. If the Emperor can draw out the fight, then the Emperor should be in a winning position, generally speaking. But if it's short, the Hunter will just like walk up and kill. It looks like they have an extra rule. They're only using ships once. I'm not sure exactly how that's gonna go down, but we're just gonna see. So for now, we're gonna see some SBs, I'm guessing. And this is good for the Emperor, so yeah, Harley Quinn trying to get into range. He wants to just get in range. Yeah, already popping the buffs. Rajaa kind of walking into a dead end, so he might be in trouble here. And we hit into range, okay. Harley just throws the stun out. Both just throwing their items out. I think Rajaa could get away with just protecting. Wants to AB. This is a bait. Yeah, Rajaa with a bait play. Harley is dead at the end of his AB now, because the protector comes up, and I think Harley sees it actually, so he stays out of range. That's well done. But Rajaa is just stalling out the buffs at this point. So Harley doesn't have much. He's playing a long repair droid as well. I didn't notice that before we started. So yeah, with the long repair droid you can easily be like over DPS'd. But now Harley doesn't have buffs, so he's in a bit of a bad position. Rajaa still has the protector up. It is gonna time out, I feel. But every SB trade that these people do while the protector is up is very good for Rajaa in general. Like, my favorite Rajaa. Harley already gets his RD back because it is a long and he had a strong actuator on it. Ooh, Rajaa tries to run away, but he gets stunned, and he might not get the repair droid up in time, because he has been stunned before as well. This is gonna be quite close. See if he gets it, see if he gets it. No, he does not. And Harley takes a 1-0 lead. So yeah, apparently long repair droid, the counter to Emperor. I recommend everyone to try this out. It totally won't go wrong. But well played by Harley. He saw the bait coming, didn't get baited in, went back at the right time using his actuator and the stun, creating a situation where his RD was running while Rajaa didn't have his yet. So yeah, I'm quite sure it was pretty close to Rajaa having the repair droid at the end, but Harley Quinn doing the math, and he gets a 1-0 lead in the series. Rajaa selects Soul for the next system, and as far as I understand the rules, they're just not using the same ship again. I'm assuming that counts between systems, but we're gonna see. So if that's the case, then for now we still have plenty of meta ships to choose from, but pretty soon we won't have any meta ships left over, and we'll have to go to some more exotic choices, which I think is interesting. So we should be able to see some fun stuff here. But let's see what these people bring out for Soul. Any second now. Any second now. Any second now. There we go. Harley with a Marlstone against Rajaa's Hunter. So this is the, I would say, the infamous matchup that you have to know if you want to be a high-level PvPer. Because this is, like, this matchup gets played a lot at high levels of PvP. Marl versus Hunter, really technical matchup. I think it requires a lot of skill, this matchup. There's, you know, both sides have stuns, neither side has protectors to nullify the stuns, there are actuators in play, there are range exploits, there's all sorts of interesting stuff, but I have noticed one issue, which is that Harley has a long repair droid. And of all the ships you can play a long repair droid against, Hunter wouldn't recommend it. If you can avoid it, I wouldn't recommend it. There's a bit of clutter in the middle here. Annoying people. Shoot. But yeah, we're gonna find out. I would normally favor the Marlstone slightly, by like 51 against 49% or something. Maybe just 50-50. So Harley breaks the range exploit, but Rajaa just kinda ABs and gets back to the range. And now Harley puts the RD. Rajaa goes back into range because he wants to leverage his abilities, and Harley needs to put a shield up really quickly. He stuns into Rajaa, which is good. Rajaa needs to RD now. Most likely, there it is. And now it's a question of, does the shield protect Harley long enough to survive, to kill Rajaa, pretty much. Can Harley survive this long enough to kill Rajaa after his RD runs out? Rajaa's RD is gonna run out right now, and Harley doesn't even want to try. Yeah, he didn't get the hits that he needed. He doesn't have the stun, so he's just gonna run for it. He would not win this fight anymore. Rajaa with the buffs does way too much damage. We're gonna see. My ship is not as fast as I thought it was, so I do apologize about the bad camera work here. Rajaa gets back into range, and I think this is the end for Harley. Rajaa misses. Misses again. RD comes up, but the SB comes up as well. Wow, like, I was kinda close in the end there, but yeah, even with the long RD, he doesn't actually out-heal the Sniper Blaster plus normal blaster that Rajaa can do. If it was at SB range, he would be alive off of that RD. But yeah, because it's in blaster range, he doesn't get it. He needed to get his stun back there, and I think yeah, you have to either choose to go for the brawl or you have to choose to go for the reset. You can't put both of your stuns into brawling and then try to reset anyway. That's not gonna work. So I think a slight mistake there by Harley, but definitely very well played by Rajaa as well, knowing exactly his limits and when he should be fighting, controlling the range perfectly as well at the start there. So, series tied up 1-1, and Harley picks Mizar for the third round. So we're gonna see what we have in Mizar. Most of the meta ships are now... Well, both players have used up 2 of their meta ship choices. Rajaa used the Emperor and the Hunter, and Harley used Marlstone and Hunter as well. He was the Hunter in the first round. So no more Hunters this series. I know some people will be happy about that, because we've already seen plenty of Hunters in the Ultimate Contest. But let's see what these people bring out in Mizar. Mizar, usually you'll see some Locusts, some Scorpions, maybe a Storm. Bunari, quite a popular choice as well. Marlstone still available for Rajaa if he wants to throw that out. But I wouldn't be surprised to see both players in a Locust. I think with the ships they still have available, I think Locusts are quite good, because Mizar you usually play stun ships, the Bunari or the Marlstone, and the Locust just beats that. So if you want to be safe, you gotta pick the Locust yourself. But we'll see if these people agree with me, or if my predictions are wrong and I should feel bad about it. Let's take a look. My predictions are wrong and I should feel bad about it. Harley with an Emperor. Emperor, pretty good ship. Definitely beats the Locust, so if Rajaa comes out with the Locust now, then he has a big issue. Rajaa not out of the hangar yet. There he goes, Rajaa with a Scorpion. So I don't think I've ever seen this match before. I would assume the Emperor wins, just because it has like better sustained DPS, it has a range exploit. The Scorpion can't break the range exploit. I think that's the main issue here. Scorpion has nothing to get in range of the Emperor. It's not a very fast ship and it doesn't have any control ability, so we're gonna find out. I'm favoring Rajaa here. Sorry, I'm favoring Harley Quinn, the Emperor. But we'll take a look. Let's see what this match turns out to be. I have known the Emperor to lose to just bursty ships. I've definitely seen it lose to storms, for example. So, you know, a good rocket and a good bomb can turn a match around. Let's see, Rajaa goes for an afterburner in, Harley goes for an afterburner out, and this is kind of the issue. At the end of this afterburner, Harley is just back out of range. He actually goes for repair droid. He once again has the long. Harley seems to favor his long repair droids in PvP, which is interesting. Most people play the balanced, myself included. I think the balanced is generally a better choice. Rajaa manages to trick himself into at least rocket range, but against the long RD, doing rocket pokes really doesn't amount to much. Harley not in SB range though, so he's not actually gaining ground. He will be soon, because Rajaa's running into a dead end, and his ship is also just slower. And yeah, Rajaa again AB's in, Harley again AB's out, and Harley puts the protector, wants to be safe. Rajaa quite low HP, he's gonna have to put his RD soon. Walks into range actually, but he doesn't have the NPC anymore, so I don't think that Harley is particularly scared. He's gonna get thermal, he might just DPS through the RD here. Depends a bit on his RNG. He's gonna get it. Yeah. So Rajaa a bit greedy with the RD there in the end, but ultimately this is mostly down to just the ship choice. Rajaa couldn't break the range exploit. I think at the end there definitely Harley allowed Rajaa to come into range because he knew he was winning anyway. But if Harley really wanted to, he could have stayed at range the entire fight, and there was really nothing that Rajaa could do about it. So Harley up to a 2-1 lead, with Rajaa selecting Sirius for our 4th round. And we'll see, because we now have quite a few ships are already used, as Harley says here. Emperor and Hunter both have been used by Rajaa, and both have been used by Harley as well. So we'll see what's still in the pool for these people. I'm not actually sure what sort of ships they both have, to be honest. Rajaa I mostly know for his Emperor and his Hunter plays. But we'll see what else he can throw out. Rajaa still has a Marlstone available, so that could be a choice. Disruptor is a viable option, I think. He might bring out a Mist if he's feeling particularly spicy. I'm gonna gamble that it's either the Marl or the Disruptor. I think that's the logical choices, unless if he has a configuration hidden from me. And we'll see what Harley has to offer. These look like the Siri ships. No, these are the TC ships. This is Siri. So he also has a Disruptor. Has a Siri Locust, that's interesting. Hunter's already been used. I don't really know what configurations both of these players have. CC is still in the pool for both of them, so we're gonna maybe see some Chrome usage. That's the only meta ship that they haven't used yet. But I haven't really seen either of these people use a lot of Chrome either. I think they tend to favor the SB ships, both of them. And we're gonna see. Rajaa asking for results. 2-1 HQ at the moment. So yeah, like once again I explained in a previous video as well, it's a bit difficult to type things while I'm trying to talk for you as well. So I'm mostly focused on the commentary, but I'll try to also put it in the text. But yeah, I think the commentary is more important at the moment. because that's the way it gets published anyway. And yeah, people can keep track of the scores themselves. I'll try to oblige his request as far as possible. So if you hear some keyboard ASMR, or if I awkwardly stop talking, that's probably what's going on. And Rajaa is ready to bring out his ship, so once again we're in Sirius. Rajaa selected Sirius, and Rajaa does indeed bring out the Marlstone. And yeah, it kind of depends now what configurations Harley has to offer, but the ships he had open, okay, so a Locust. Locust is a counter to the Marlstone, at least on paper it is. It depends a bit how you play though, because the Locust without an actuator is a bit vulnerable, I would say, in longer fights, because you can create a situation where the prot and the stun get desynced. But yeah, the Milestone really low on defense against this, because the Perforator, you know, you don't get a shield anymore, pretty much. Your shield is barely effective. And then yeah, you just have an issue, but I think the Locust is favored here. It definitely should be, but we'll see how these players play it out. And we are ready to go for round 4. So a bit of dancing around, we're gonna get into range soon. Rajaa puts the speed actuator before even being in range, and Harley's gonna try to stall this out, it seems. It is only a balanced speed actuator, it's not a strong, so it's not like terrible yet, but if he wastes a lot of this duration, he's not reducing any of his cooldowns with this actuator at the moment. Harley runs into a dead end, so Rajaa will now start getting the DPS that he wants. Throws out the stun dome to start with, probably trying to bait a protector. Harley not falling for that, puts the Perforator. And yeah, Harley already puts his RD actually, that's very early. And Rajaa, yeah, stun right into the RD. Harley over defense really hard now. His RD is gonna be healing a lot while he's not, while he's already at full health. Like all of this RD duration there was wasted. And now Rajaa on paper can just DPS him down, but the question is, does he kill him in time? Rajaa has his RD running already, but he is stunned. So we'll have to see if who the DPS favors. It's gonna be pretty close, I think. Harley is favored at the moment, but I think Rajaa gets a stun backup. Neither of them feel very confident. This would mostly be down to RNG here, I think. Rajaa's shield goes out, and the next shield will have a period of uptime where the Perforator isn't available yet. And Harley wants to just run all the way away. Wants to go for a full reset, I think. He might even try to stall out for the bomb here, and I'm not convinced Rajaa can get into range of this, because I think he was too far at the start, but I might be wrong. Oh, Harley turns back actually. It might be a bait then. Interesting. I'm not sure if he wins off of this, because Rajaa gets his stun before Harley gets his proc back. I think Rajaa can just stun and win here. But Harley should have his RD backup as well, yeah. So Harley RDs. Rajaa kinda low on HP. He will also get his RD up. Rajaa throws out a stun dome, using his Ifrit actually, so gotta be careful with that obviously. RD? Yeah, okay, RD barely in time, leveraging his Ifrit a bit, goes for an AB out. Harley is about to get his protector up, I think he already has it, so he should be able to put it. I don't think he's gonna die here, and Rajaa's actually in a bit of trouble. Yeah, Harley puts the protector up, already puts the Perforator though, so Rajaa doesn't really have a way to get out of range anymore. And I think he just loses here. I think Harley takes this. Yep. Yep. Nice. So yeah, Harley definitely playing correctly there. He does have a ship advantage, so not the most surprising result. But definitely well played by Harley. Like, this is still not an easy matchup to win, by any means. Wow, my heals do nothing. Definitely not an easy matchup to win, but the Locust, yeah, it is a counter to Milestone, so not a surprising result, and Harley leads 3-0 in this series. So, only needs one more win. Rajaa needs 3 wins in a row to take the series now, and he picks Draconis for his next system, so pretty interesting. Draconis. Usually people don't have that much ship variety in Draconis because it's kind of expensive to have a lot of ships here, but both of these people have a lot of ships available, so I don't think they're limited that much. But they've already used all of the good ships, right? Like the only meta ships that they still have available to them with their rule of not using the same ship twice, the only ships that are still available that I would consider meta are like the Chromes are still there, we have Punaris available for both people, we have VQ available for both people. Rajaa might still throw... Okay, Rajaa goes for a Chrome, quite fast on the pick this time. And we'll see what Harley has available for it. I'm not sure what Draconis ships he has. Chrome is definitely solid, it wouldn't surprise me that much if Harley also brings out a Chrome. I'm not sure if he has a configuration, but he might. It doesn't seem to have anything on the Draconis level at the moment, so that's a bit interesting. We'll see what he brings out. I'm not sure what ships he has available here. Might see some sniper plays or something. That would be interesting. Sniper versus Chrome. Although I definitely think one of the ships is favored there. Can you figure out which one? Leave it in the comments below. Harley also brings out a Chrome, so we're gonna see a Chrome v Chrome. Should be somewhat interesting. Probably a very long fight though. So I'm gonna whip out the old stopwatch and make sure we don't go to the full duration. If you hear some typing, I do apologize. There's also some stuff going on the background with some other matches going on, and matches that have been played but haven't been commentated, so gonna be a busy night for all Sally, but I'll do my best for you all. And for now we have the next round. This is the 5th round of Harley versus Rajaa, and the mirror matchup. CC v CC, mostly gonna come down to the OS hits, and Harley deciding, you know, it's gonna be a long one, we're just gonna use the OSs for damage, not for like threatening. So they both get their OSs out of the way. Different item order though. Harley opening with the RD while Rajaa opened with the Protector, and Rajaa already using his trap. So Rajaa's just gonna kill this trap, I think, and then we're gonna see how he wants to re-engage. Looks like Rajaa just wants to re-engage, so he just wants to win a little bit of time there. Needs to be careful, yeah, he puts the RD up. Orbital Strike, not a very long cooldown. Harley again just throws it out, he just wants to DPS through. He doesn't want to like try to be surprising with the crit OS or anything, he just wants to nuke through and deal more damage, have the superior item order, which is definitely viable. Rajaa at the moment leading though, and he also has the actuator running, but I think Harley has his RD backup. Yeah, so Harley throws out the RD. Rajaa should have... Oh, Rajaa gets trapped actually. I'm not sure if he's gonna get the Protector up in time. Does he get it in time? Does he get it? Ooh, 2%. Wow, but Harley gets an OS pretty soon. And that might be enough. Where's the OS? Where's the OS? Come on. Should almost have it. Rajaa also has it almost, and he has an Ifrit going. I think it's Blaster now. Ooh, misses? Ooh, nice. So Harley predicting the OS. Like, scared of the OS there. He knows that the only thing that kills him in time is an OS hit. So he just puts the Afterburner, makes it impossible to get hit by an OS, and finishes it with a Blaster himself. Very close at the end there due to the Ifrit Cortex, but well played by Rajaa. Nice prediction, and yeah, just making it impossible in his opponent, and slightly better item order. Apparently, the RD start beating the Protector start. So well done, Harley Quinn winning with a 4-1 victory, and he will be moving up to rank 17. Celithan22 signing out for this one.